Hey everyone! Today's video is all about one of the best meals of the day, brunch. It's a meal that always feels like a treat, and with Mother's Day coming up, I'm going to show you 3 jazzed up brunch dishes that you will want to make at home. Pancakes and mimosas are classic staples for brunch, so I'm going to combine the two and make mimosa pancakes. These pancakes are super fluffy and packed with flavors of orange and sparkling wine. To get started, we're going to need some orange zest, both for the pancakes and for the orange topping. Instead of syrup, I'm going to top the pancakes with orange segments that have been macerated in sparkling wine. With a very sharp knife, remove the rind and the pith of the oranges and carefully cut out each segment. Then combine the segments with the sparkling wine, sugar, and a bit of the orange zest, and let that sit in the fridge for at least an hour. In the meantime, you already have sparkling wine open, might as well juice the remaining oranges and make a mimosa. For our pancake batter, we are going to need all-purpose flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, milk, sparkling wine, the rest of the orange zest, and eggs with the yolks and whites separated. To ensure that the pancakes come out extra fluffy, we're going to whip the egg whites with the sugar into a meringue to fold into the batter. Whisk together the egg yolks, milk, sparkling wine, and orange zest, then sift in the flour, baking powder, and salt, and whisk to combine. Once the meringue has been beaten to a firm peak, gently fold it into the batter 1/3 at a time until white streaks are no longer visible. Be careful not to overmix the batter so as not to deflate the egg whites. Heat a nonstick pan over medium-low heat and grease with oil or cooking spray. Spoon in a dollop of the batter and let cook for about a minute or two and flip. You can see that the pancakes are puffing up as they cook. Top a stack of your fluffy pancakes with the macerated oranges and its juices, and you have a super delicious, boozy brunch dish packed with vitamin C, so it's healthy. I can't imagine a brunch menu without an Eggs Benedict dish, so we absolutely have to make one. Typically, Eggs Benedict include an English muffin as a base, but I'm going to swap that out for hash browns instead because hash browns are one of my favorite things to order for brunch. To make the hash browns, start with grating potatoes and keep them in a bowl of water to prevent them from oxidizing. Once all the potatoes are grated, squeeze all the water out of them and transfer the dried potatoes to a bowl. You can season the potatoes however you like. I'm going to use the seasoning salt and black pepper. The salt is probably super bad for you, but it makes everything taste good. Mix the potatoes with a little bit of flour and egg. Heat a pan over medium-high heat, and once hot, add in some oil. Spoon in the potato mixture, and here you can make it any size or shape you like. Let it cook until the bottoms get crispy and then flip. I like to top it with coarse sea salt as it comes out of the pan and let it sit in a low oven to keep warm as I cook the rest of the potatoes. Now to make the hollandaise. We're going to cook the hollandaise over a double boiler, so make sure you have a pot partially filled with simmering water ready to go. In a heat-proof bowl shallow enough to not touch the hot water, whisk together the egg yolks. Place the bowl on top of the pot and whisk in about a tablespoon of water and the juice of half a lemon. Keep whisking until thickened. The key is not to let the bowl get too hot or else the eggs might curdle, so you might have to periodically take the bowl off the heat as you whisk. Once the yolks have thickened, gradually whisk in melted butter little by little. Hollandaise requires continuous whisking, so at this point you're going to be glad you have a mimosa handy. The hollandaise is ready when the color has changed to a pale yellow and it has a nice saucy consistency. Adjust the seasoning with salt, cayenne pepper, and a touch more lemon juice if desired. You can store the sauce in a warm thermos to keep warm while you poach the eggs, or you can reheat it again over the double boiler. For the eggs, bring a pot of water to a gentle simmer and add in about a teaspoon of vinegar. Crack your eggs into a bowl and with a large spoon, stir the water to create a vortex. This will help the eggs keep its shape. Carefully drop each egg into the water and let cook for 3 to 4 minutes. Time to assemble. Top each hash brown with some arugula and an egg. Spoon your hollandaise over the eggs and you can garnish them with some chives or a sprinkling of paprika. And here you have a tasty spin on Eggs Benedict. I love a good breakfast sandwich, so I'm going to make one with all of my favorite toppings. First, we will make the sausage patties. Take some bulk sausage and season it with salt, pepper, paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, and ground sage. Mix to incorporate the seasonings and form it into patties. They will shrink a bit as they cook, so you will want to make them slightly larger than the sandwich bread. Speaking of bread, nothing against English muffins. I love them and are usually my go-to, but you can't beat a brioche bun, so that's what I'm going to use. Heat a pan over medium-high heat and sear the sausage patties. While that cooks, we'll get our buns toasted. We will also set another pan over medium heat, and once hot, we'll spray with some oil and crack our eggs into there. After 2 minutes, flip the sausage patties and cover the pan with a lid. Once the eggs have started to solidify, gently flip them and turn off the heat. Flip the patties again and lay a slice of pepper jack cheese over each one and put the lid back on. While the cheese melts, I'll take this time to thinly slice an avocado. On the bottom half of the bun, put down a layer of avocado. If you want to sneak in a hash brown from the last recipe, that's cool with me too. Lay down the sausage, followed by the egg, and finally the top bun, and here you have a larger-than-life, not sure if I could fit this in my mouth, thing of glory. I hope these dishes make it into your brunch rotation, and like I said, Mother's Day is coming up, so rather than taking her out to a restaurant where 100 other families are there for the exact same reason, make her feel special by cooking her something at home. Just make sure you have someone assigned to clean up duty,